you can do anything you want, but you can't do everything. So Elon Musk was born in 1971 in South Africa, which a lot of people keep saying that he should try to run for president. He can't. Just want to throw that out there early on. Um, his childhood was marked by curiosity, intelligence, and a drive to make a difference in the world. So much so that he reportedly consumed 2 books a day on various subjects, including encyclopedias and science fiction. So early on, he read a lot of books. I don't know if I would read the encyclopedia as a daily reader, but that's what he did, reportedly. At the age of 12, he taught himself programming, computer programming, and created a video game called Blastar, which he eventually sold for $500, which is pretty awesome at the age of 12. So his passion for science and engineering led him to pursue studies in physics and business, and that kind of lays the foundation for where he's at now.
After all of that, coming to America, immigrating to the United States, he co-founded several successful companies, including Zip2, PayPal, SpaceX, which is a huge thing right now, Tesla Motors, which is also very big, and Neuralink, which is growing and is pretty decent size as well. It wasn't easy though. Before its first successful launch, SpaceX was on the brink of bankruptcy, and he actually talks about that in one of his interviews. But Musk had invested all his personal funds into the company, and the first 3 launches had failed, and the 4th launch, which was successful, saved the company. And so, wow, how close. But in 2008, Tesla Motors was days away from bankruptcy. Musk saved the company by investing $40 million of his own money and convincing other investors to contribute as well. I think he talked about that too, because I think that 40 million came from something that he had won, it was like a competition or something. I think the total sum that he received was 90 million, and he split it between Tesla and, I could be getting this wrong, but I think he split it between Tesla and SpaceX to keep them afloat at the time. And he said that was one of the most difficult decisions that he made, because he was deciding whether to completely double down on one and just let the other one die, or try to save both. And he decided to try to save both, and it was a good call, because he saved both. He needed that money in both places.
That's crazy though. I mean, talk about making hard decisions. Jeez. So interesting fact here. In 2000, Musk contracted cerebral malaria while on vacation in South Africa. So he was hospitalized for several weeks and actually came close to dying, apparently. So that is proof that he's not AI. I know there's conspiracy theories that go around saying that AI has visited Earth, and maybe that was made Elon Musk or whatever. So he's a person. I mean, we clear that up here.
Yeah, it's funny because a lot of people see him in interviews, and he has a way that he talks, and it would probably be a lot like the way I would talk if I ever had to go out in front of a crowd of plus 100. He kind of halters up, and I think it's just the relationship with the crowd, how he speaks, because I don't think he likes to be the limelight in a room. And so, but yeah, definitely human. So Musk finding his passion and his purpose in life, intricately woven into his work and vision for the future. So through SpaceX, he's driven by his desire to revolutionize transportation, accelerate the transition to renewable energy, colonize Mars, and enhance human-computer interfaces, which I think that colonize Mars is pretty cool. It would be really cool to have a colony on another planet. That would be awesome.
I think that's going to be an interesting thing, because if you live on Mars, what's the government there? Is it a new government? Is it Elon Musk's government? How does that work? That's going to be a new country created, right? Maybe. I mean, it's going to be really crazy to see what happens there. I don't know if I'd live on Mars. I feel like I wouldn't be a first adopter. I wouldn't be one of the first that went up there, I think I've seen enough space movies to know that doesn't work out, they ain't coming back for you. so so I think if like human life, extends to maybe we're living 110 years and maybe Mars is colonized and space transportation is so quick and accessible, yeah, I might go up there for a little bit. What about you?
I would probably, oh, I would definitely go. I think I'd definitely go. That would be very cool.
To live though?
I would probably go for freedom and democracy. Little inside joke there, hell divers. Anyways,
Yeah,
no.
it's a good timing for that game to launch, right?
Oh yeah, great timing. I would go for the Republic. No. I think it would be really cool. But like the same thing you said, the majority of people that would go would be probably a lot smarter than us, I would imagine. So through Neuralink, Musk's ambition goals and relentless pursuit of innovation illustrate his dedication to pushing the boundaries of what is possible and creating a better future for humanity. Neuralink scares me a little bit. Be straight up honest. I don't think I would ever get a Neuralink.
I think it's good for people that have disabilities. A lot of people, I mean, I think it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be very commonplace, unfortunately, and have people that are like cyborgs and stuff. But I've been thinking a lot about it. I don't think Elon Musk would use it for bad if you had a chip in your brain. But what happens if, he gets assassinated because half the country has Neuralink and someone else wants power and they assassinate him and take over the half the country effectively from their laptop? Like, I I don't know the capabilities yet. If people can hack your smartphone and your computer, why would you want to give them the chance to hack your brain?
It's like that movie, what was it, Kingsman? Did you ever watch that movie Kingsman?
I did. It's been a minute though. Those
Oh,
were good
okay.
movies though.
Yeah, it's like all the cell phones. It has like a radio wave in it that causes people to go crazy and start killing each other. And so it's kind of like that same idea of that. And like eventually Elon Musk will, everybody dies. Everybody has the last day. So whoever takes over, that part of the company has like an incredible amount of responsibility, and it's definitely something that's you definitely want in the right hands because it could be really
Well,
dangerous really quick.
yeah, because I believe it's a private company. I'm not 100% sure, but like you saw what he did with Twitter, and he completely
Right.
changed that, right? Like social media platforms or softwares like Twitter were almost like cornerstones of social media. They've been around for so long. It's it's crazy to see how much it changed because of one man running a private company. So like I can't
Hmm.
imagine what a new person running a private company that controls has influence on your brain would do, if they were just upset that day. um it's kind of crazy because like I mean one example is there's a platform called Substack, and they created something very similar to Twitter. Their whole messaging and interaction, it was like it looked like a Twitter feed on their platform to read and share ideas and stuff like that. And a lot of people were growing their Substack accounts off the back of Twitter or X, And when they launched that, he like cut ties with them for like a few. I don't know if it's still active, but it was a big thing where like you could not share a Substack link on Twitter because he didn't allow it or something. It was I believe it was like last year. It was I need to look back into it, but like he was essentially said no, and it just because he can, right?
Hmm.
But if
Interesting.
look into it. I'm not 100% sure at the moment, but definitely it's worth looking into.
Oh yeah. I think the scariest part about Neuralink is the idea that somebody can sit there and plant ideas in your head. And so like it's kind of like red pill, blue pill type of deal. It's like if you have that in there, you're no longer capable of taking a red pill. So it's like you won't ever do it because the ideas in your mind won't ever change. But I don't know. Like I said, we don't know how it works. It could work completely different. But
Well, you
anyways,
can control it. I've heard you can like control it from your phone, or like there is an app or something. That alone is like terrifying
yeah, that is terrifying.
because you can
Yeah,
if it's like a standalone device that like you just kind of implant and you can't link to it, you can't do anything. The only way to mess with it is to take it out of your head. I could understand that a little bit, but the fact that you can connect to it and it's sitting in your head, and
hmm.
unless it's helping you,
And if there's a little battery in it and somebody puts off an EMP, how's that going to affect
oh,
you?
dude, yeah. Oh, holy
Like,
crap. Yeah. Can
if,
you imagine?
oh, it'd be terrible. I mean, I would think immediately you would die, but I don't know. It depends. The battery.
Like nukes, essentially, EMP bombs, right? Like that's a thing,
Yeah,
I believe. Can you imagine half the country having Neuralink in? Oh my gosh. And then someone's mad at us, some country's mad at us and drops one.
be
Or
crazy.
solar flare hits and all the computers in the country go off and half the humans in the country just oh man,
Or
weird.
just half the humans lose their Neuralink and they're like, how do I do that again?
Yeah. I'm piloting the spaceship and what?
And
More
what?
like not a spaceship, but like this highly complex vehicle that could kill people accidentally. I don't remember how to actually work it anymore.
Do you have the memory to do this, sir? No, I downloaded it to the Neuralink and now we're all yeah.
Yeah.
No. Anyways, back to Elon Musk. He's Elon Musk living the dream. You can tell that he's super happy doing what he does. He's also extremely exhausted, but I think it's kind of like him, like kind of like some people with video games. They stay up till like 3, 4 o'clock playing video games because they love it. They're tired, but they love it, so they just keep going. And I feel like that's kind of the same thing with Elon Musk, is he's driven by his work so much because he loves it. He's completely in love in it. So through his leadership and his ingenuity and his perseverance, Elon Musk has become a trailblazer in these fields of aerospace and electric vehicles and artificial intelligence because he's just loving what he's doing. His ability to envision the future, take massive, huge risks, and execute on his ideas has solidified his reputation as a transformative figure in the tech industry. And so, in following his purpose, Musk continues to push his innovation, challenge conventional thinking, and inspire others to dream big as well and to strive for excellence. And his life story serves as a testament to the power of having a vision, having determination, and having a relentless pursuit of one's passion to create meaningful impact and change in the world, which we know that he has.
I think one of my biggest takeaways is that like the life of high performers is often idolized by so many people because they look at the result like, oh, he's super rich. That's what I need to be. I need to become this high performer. I don't think that makes sense for everyone, right? Everyone can't be essentially a robot and work extremely, extremely hard and never have a life. Like it, there are people that need to do other things. Like the impact that he's had alone as just one person is incredible, right? He's done so much, right? And it just shows the impact of one person. I mean, it doesn't mean that everyone needs to be like him. So I think everyone's purpose is different. Some people's purpose is to advance society like he has, and then some people's purpose is to be a part of society, build a home and be a necessary just part of, I think, just living a life that impacts those around you and, just raising a family, even has more impact than most people give credit to, and stuff in trendy on social media to be like, I'm the 9 to 5er, but I am happy. I'm raising a good family and I am fulfilled in life. That's not the trendy thing to be, but at
Right.
the same time, I think it's so necessary.
Oh yeah. And one of the things, because you mentioned that, like one of the things that's one of the same things that Elon mentions is the lack of Americans having kids, the lack of Americans having family homes, that it's definitely lacking. And it's something that we need as a society. Everybody can't be the millionaire. So you've got to, and people got to understand that. That's probably something that frustrates me a lot is when I see people, anybody can do this, everybody can do this. It's like, no, everybody can't do that. Everybody's not going to do that, and anybody can't do that. Some people can
I
do it.
think I love this quote. It's like you can do anything you want, but you can't do everything because there's give and
Right.
take. And that's a lesson that I learned from a guy that I worked with in the past and made millions in a year. And that was one of his biggest lessons is like you can do, you can, it's all possible, but it doesn't mean you should. It doesn't mean you have to. So finding that balance though is definitely tricky. But anyway, sorry man, go ahead. Just want to clarify that.
No, I completely agree. I completely agree on that. Absolutely, 100%. That puts a lot of foundation to what people say. Like a perfect example is this: is you could nuke the poles of Mars to warm it up, but should you? So I don't I don't know if you ever heard Elon Musk, but Elon Musk talked on the talk show once, and he mentioned possibly nuking. I think it was the poles on Mars to see if he couldn't warm it up. Did you ever catch that interview? Oh,
No,
okay. It was something for real. He said he for real said it. He was like, I think I figured out a good use for our nukes. We can nuke the poles, maybe warm it up and make it livable, habitable. It was like that was
that's
his
kind of
idea.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting concept for sure. Interesting idea.
I
Yeah.
like that kind of out of the box thinking though, right? It's like you don't have to use nukes for warfare and to keep the peace, right? What else can we use it for? That's interesting. Never heard that.
Yeah. I can't remember what oh, I know him, but I can't think of his name. He was the talk show host guy, like right after was like, "You're a supervillain." I'm gonna nuke Mars.
That'd be
Oh, but
that'd be crazy. Anyway, yeah, I'll have to look into that.
yeah, that would be as interesting and as monumental as the landing on the moon, or launching a spaceship like our first spaceship in what was it, the 60s. Like that would definitely put a mark in history if we nuked Mars. So
Put a mark on Mars.
that too.